And we're back with another outstanding episode, Square Table Degenerates podcast. Welcome, everybody from around the world. New viewers, England, Canada, all that stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wait some people to join us here. Today, we're going to talk about The Breakfast Club, fucking 80s classic. Let's introduce the cast first. To my right, your left, it's Mr. Pat Bolger. What's up, buddy?
Not much. How's everybody doing?
Good, man.
Happy it's a winter wonderland.
Like that light, new light I got, bro? It looks cool as fuck, man.
Oh, Indians, yeah.
It's cool as fuck. And to Pat's right, your left is Mr. Anthony Mayo, killer set last night. What's up, bud?
What's up, man?
Killing it, man. Killing it. We got 3 people join us. We got a comment.
I had to come out, man. I was like,
Future-
Joe came out to my show.
Future legend here.
Yeah, we went out. It was only, dude, the food before we started the Breakfast Club, the food at the freaking Improv was good, but it was pricey.
It's fun.
Each coffee refill $3.
I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, you know what? Actually, I see. Oh, we can get as a side. Nigga. You want to share some tender times?
Janice from White Chipmunks is joining us. I told her to stream out earlier. Jim Robchick's in the house. So tonight we're talking about the 80s cult classic, The Breakfast Club, because we like movies and we're watching it here in the background too. And who doesn't like? We got edibles in the house tonight, as you can see. Finally got the cookies back. So if you see us fading towards the end, that's because you know we're edibled up.
Ain't nothing in those. They regular cookies he baked.
Shit, you wait. It's gonna creep up in here. You're gonna be fucking comatose. Now, the movie The Breakfast Club was released in LA at first, February 7th, 1985. So actually, it's 26 years ago, and it was released in the U.S. this weekend. Actually, so this is perfect timing. February 15th, 1985, full U.S. release. Now, it's a 1985 release of a, what did you call it? Coming of age film?
Yes.
Is that what they call them?
Pretty much.
Coming of age film. Yeah, it was voted number 1 of all time teenage movie in 06. Mad Woods in the house and Mad Wood Barbecue. Check out his channel, man.
You know,
It's
it's
good,
Really?
kind of funny. These movies that revolve around high school kids didn't really happen until this decade. I think there's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which came out like 2 years before this, and then this movie. But if you think about it, there really wasn't any movies before that revolved around.
Right, the 80s were like the peak for, or the beginning. Well, it started, I think high school stuff probably started with Happy Days. I mean, if you think about that.
Yeah,
That was a high
that's
school
true.
thing, and then
But
they brought that.
Yeah, but they weren't. Fonzie was like 30 then. Of course, Jen Nelson was not high school.
And we'll go over the ages. Because I wrote down some of the ages. It was interesting how old some of the people were in the movie. It was directed by John Hughes. You've seen him in a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the house. Leprechaun TV's in the house, too. And it starred 5 main actors. Now, there was obviously ancillary actors. There was the principal and the janitor and stuff. But the 5 main people, Emilio Estevez played the jock. His name was
Andy.
Andy. Anthony Michael Hall played the dork kid named Brian. Judd Nelson was the bad dude, the bad boy.
John Bender.
John Bender is his name. Molly Ringwald obviously played the princess Claire, and Allie Sheedy played an emo girl named Allie. So there was both, her name in the real life was Allie, and then the fucking
Is that
name.
the one that don't talk?
Yeah, she was talking to like
She goes
35
crazy.
minutes, and then she's like vodka.
She's funny.
I fucked with the psychiatrist.
She is funny.
And they spend the whole day starts at 7:00, and they go to 4:00. They spend the whole day in detention. They all bond and learn stuff. That's the whole premise of the movie. Now, the date of the movie took place was Saturday, March 24th, 1984, which for continuity purposes was actually a Saturday. So I looked that up. That part of it was good. A lot of times you get some of these movies like if you look at The Wedding Singer, they're like, oh, last Friday and it was a wrong date or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me close Facebook so I can get some of that reverb.
Also, I want to add that this is also an.
Oh, Don's here. Shit. Hold on.
I heard him walking.
I hold the thing while we figure out Big Don. Yeah, we got people who don't like to show late for the fucking show.
This is also an entry in the National Film Registry, which preserves movies that are deemed culturally or historically relevant in our society.
Yeah, he had the rest of the week to get gas, and he chooses in the middle of the fucking live stream. To get gas. Hold this chair for a second, man.
This motherfucker's always talking shit.
I heard
I'm
you.
about fucking
I
tired.
heard you from getting out of the car.
All right, we're in a live stream. All right, welcome everybody to
Motherfucker, you ain't heard shit.
I felt the ground
Scoot
shake.
your bitch ass over.
all right, welcome everybody to
I felt the
Mr.
fucking ground
Mr.
shake.
Don.
Get your little Deontay water jug thing and move your fucking
It's
ass over.
Dion. This is my mom's.
All right, come on, man, continuity,
You're
bro.
a
Fuck.
fucking thief too.
People-
All right,
people-
I'm here. Let's talk.
All right, people will pay good money to fucking watch your ass waddle in fucking 10 minutes, 4 minutes late.
People
All right.
damn sure don't pay good money to watch them do
I
it.
run a tight
ass.
fucking ship here. Show up
With
on
your
fucking
little gay-ass
time.
purple shirt.
Fucking on
Let's do this shit.
time.
We're arguing now over nothing.
It's fucking 9:35. The show starts at 9:30. Don't fucking do this to my show, dude. Don't fuck with my show. I will fucking cut your head off and go bowling with your fucking eyeball sockets. Don't fuck with me.
That pretty ties in with this movie because it's about the.
That's true. It's kind of growing as a thing.
Ties
At
in.
least Don showed up. Like,
Right? You know what? Fuck you. How about that?
All right, so Saturday, March 24th, 1984. How old were each of you Saturday, March 24th, 1984? Not you, because you weren't born yet. How old were you in
I was
84?
fucking 4.
I
It was
was
4
You
years
done
old.
pissed me off. Shut the
Oh,
fuck
really?
up.
I was two or three.
What year were you born originally?
Well, what month?
When you were born originally?
What month in 84?
88.
People pay good money for that shit.
March of 84. So
So I was 3. I was 2 years old.
2 years old. So Pat was barely walking. White Chipmunks was 17. Wow.
Joe was like 25.
No, I was 34 years old in 1984. No, I was how old was I in 84? Let's see. I've been 7 because I'm a late baby. So at that date I'd have been 7. So we were all. None of us saw this movie in the theater, obviously. Do you remember the first time you saw this movie? How old were you?
Oh, damn. I was a lot.
I honestly don't remember the first time I saw this movie. It probably was on like
12 or 13.
yeah, it's probably like on TV or ABC or some shit. I don't really like remember letting out to watch it. Like in the 80s, it was obviously but I wasn't like that age in the 80s, so it wasn't like growing up age to me. You know?
I was hanging out with my white friends. Like, white people got me into this shit. I didn't realize, like.
Number 1 fucking teen movie of all time, according to the thing. All right, so the movie took place in Glenbrook North High School, which is in Northbrook, Illinois, and the football field scene at the end took place in Duplain, Illinois, at a place called Maine High School. Now the song, Pat, do you know the song off the top of your head?
Don't
you forget about. That's the only song on the soundtrack I fucking found that was anything good, man. It was
Don, eat a cookie.
yeah, have some edibles, bro.
Simple Minds.
That's originally it was supposed to be a David Bowie song. Did you know that?
I wonder because they had a
It's supposed to be
quote.
changing.
Because it begins with it begins with a quote
Mm-hmm.
of with David Bowie.
Are you breaking the table now? How high are you
I
already?
just saw the shit. Like,
Yes, the movie with Simple Minds. The movie starts out with it's like 45 seconds of credits, and they go to the David Bowie quote, and then they show them all pulling up. Now they all get there right at exactly the same time. You find that a little odd? Like they get there at like 7 o'clock is when it starts. Everybody shows up like between 6:58 and 7 o'clock. Like there's nobody shows up at like 6:40 sitting around the school smoking a cigarette or something like that. What was up?
I don't know why it's. I don't know. I never gave it.
Everybody just fucking pulled up right there.
What year? Okay, hold on. I got a quick question. What year was you in high school? Like, did this come out after you graduated?
Oh wait, let's give away before I graduated.
When you was in high school, did y'all have Saturday schools?
We did not.
Yeah, you know what?
Detention.
We had
My-
after school clips. We didn't have Saturdays.
I went to Catholic school, and my new principal, my senior year, started that. We didn't have it until my
Really?
senior year of high school.
I had Saturday schools when I was in school.
Moose Gal was 4.
But it wasn't all day. We only had to sit there for 4 hours.
Then we had the in-school suspension.
The in-school was
Yeah.
fucking horrible. I had a whole
Right,
week.
just send me home.
I had a whole week of that shit, and it was gonna give me 3 days out of school. But my mama said, "No,
Give him in school.
give him in school
Yep.
so he can do his work."
Now, a thing I noticed about the beginning too, all the parents dropping off all the kids, they were all enablers as to what they did. If you notice, every parent, but besides Judd Nelson, obviously, who just walked up. But if you notice, like fucking, Andy's dad and everyone else, they're like, "Oh, you just did this. What's your problem?" The same thing with fucking Molly's or Claire's dad or Claire's parent. They were like, "Oh, they cutting school is not that big a deal for shopping," stuff like that. So every one of the parents who dropped them off the line was a complete fucking enabler. Totally enabler, dude. It's ridiculous.
Except
Yeah, obviously.
Brian's mom.
Yeah, obviously.
Brian's mom felt,
Yeah, she was just like, whatever.
Brian's mom, she made me feel bad.
My mom would have made me feel like shit. So that
Yeah,
stupid
well,
ass shit, they got this shit. Stop acting
We didn't
out.
see
Get
it.
your ass in that school.
Get your ass in there.
Making me fucking drive up to the bitch on a Saturday.
Now, the principal is named Richard Gleason, Dick, as he's affectionately referred to by Judd Nelson. Now, right at the beginning, they're like, "You will not talk or move from these seats." Now, literally, like 3 seconds later, they talked and moved from those seats. In the entire movie, they were talking and moving from those seats, and they did not get back in those original seats.
They said you can't sleep, and it was all past.
Yeah, literally, like, it comes back, and he's like, "No sleeping in here." And they comes in, and they're fucking just all cracked out.
Did you not do what you're supposed to do when you were in detention? They said, do work. You didn't fall asleep in the corner?
Man, it's been so long since detention. I'm trying to think what we did. The one time.
Study hall when they tell you don't do that
Yeah,
shit?
sometimes they would let you do homework, and then
There ain't no fucking way you did what you were supposed to do in detention.
nobody
Exactly.
usually did. I mean,
Exactly.
there's nobody.
Your kids here don't put on a front like you were a
No, I'm trying. Dude, it was fucking 30 years ago. I'm trying to even remember. I didn't really have detention.
Oh, I
Exactly,
don't
that's-
fucking remember.
Hey, one time I signed into detention and walked out and had my friend sign me out. I was never there. It was wrong fucking. I got caught the
That's
second
what makes
time.
it authentic, because that's what you do when, you know, you're 16, 17 in high school, a troublemaker. You don't do what you're told.
This movie is very accurate.
It is.
It's
Now,
very-
the
it's very
thing I
accurate.
noticed right off the rip,
You
you guys
relate
can't watch it with us here, but the in the beginning too, when they first started, man, these poor kids. Look at Judd Nelson. They're dressed really good for being poor people. Judd Nelson has on a jean jacket, a flannel. At the time in the 80s, 84, 85, that jean jacket's $70. This kid doesn't have a fucking pot to piss. He's not going to be able to afford that coat. That's horrible wardrobe
You just
choices.
say you bought it.
Well, I guess he
Right,
stole
so,
it.
yeah.
That's a possibility.
You just
So at
assume.
this
He's
point-
a fucking criminal. He stole that motherfucker.
At this
He
point,
didn't buy it.
we have to assume that Judd Nelson. God, what's his name in the movie again? Ryan
John Bender.
Bender. Do you think they named the Bender character in Futurama after Bender?
Maybe.
Jimmy, stop with that.
He's got a rebel.
Yeah, so it's like he probably did steal it. We have to assume that he stole that wardrobe.
No laughing on the company podcast.
Well, he's talking about
Hitler over here.
Bender beat a cup. Oh, that's right. Bender did.
Yells at
get
me for
fight.
being late. Yells at his son for fucking laughing. You
Tight,
better not blink, man. He might slap you.
Silence!
tight ship here. We have a fucking schedule. We have to stick to it. And no blimp is going to come in here and ruin our schedule, bro.
All y'all need to cook.
That's actually my next
Okay.
thing here. You guys ever been in detention? We just talked about that. What were you in detention for? What was the most egregious thing you did? We only have 90 minutes, so we can't tell everything you're in detention for. But what was the most egregious thing you were in detention for? Would you say, Mr. Dunn? Did you ever steal a teacher's?
Starting a fire.
Did you pull a fire alarm?
No, I started a fire.
You started a fire with what?
Causing a race riot, firing in a bomb threat. Yeah.
Bomb threat, you say.
It wasn't me, but I got blamed for
What
it.
kind of bomb was it?
Nothing.
You say
My
that now.
buddy called a fucking bomb threat in from across the street at the gas station.
For the payphone?
Yes.
Did it show up in the caller ID?
Yes, they were watching him from the fucking window fire and phone in this bomb.
Where did
I was
my,
standing there with him. I was guilty by association.
Oh, okay.
Just like with the race riot, I had a black and a Puerto Rican friend. How the fuck was I? It wasn't a race riot.
All right, let's move on from race riots. Man, what was your most egregious detentionable offense? You just tell me about something.
You know what this motherfucker's answer is.
No, I never.
I never got busted for weed in high
I
school.
never got busted for weed. And actually, I almost
I've
did,
never
but
been
I
busted
left it in one of my friends' libraries. And one time they had the dogs come in and search the libraries, and they found all the weed in my friend's library.
Oh, nice.
But no, I got a week in school one time because I was mad because I wanted to take Spanish. But they put me in reading instead, so I got mad. We was reading the book Holes. So what I did was in the book, they did it to me twice. So that's why I got pissed and did this shit. What I did was I wrote in the book a couple pages later. I wrote in the book like dogging the teacher. I was like, "You a bitch, fuck this," and all that shit. And like later on, like when she read it the next day in class, like she was like crying and shit. She's like, "Yeah, somebody wrote some mean stuff. I want them to come up and admit that they wrote it." Nobody admitted to it, of course. So she had us put our heads down, and she said, "Just raise your hand if you did it, and that way won't nobody know." Nobody raised their hand. So what they did was we took a test that day. She handed me back our test, and when we handed back my test, it said, "See me after class." I was like, "Oh shit!" And she knew that I wrote the shit all because she said that she graded so much of my papers that I'm the only person in class that made my I made my letter U look like O's.
Oh,
I was
nice.
the only person in
So
class.
she fucking got a handwriting specialist to analyze it.
Yeah, man.
She called him the same guy Pawn Stars did. Is like, well, if you look here at Mr. Mail's bottom loop of his U, it's consistent with
She
his
showed
signature.
me like 6 different papers showing that's your U, that's your U, that's your U, and then this book where it say "fuck you," that's your U, like you know. And it was funny because they called my mom. Right, I was in the principal office, and this was right around like the 8th grade Washington D.C. trip, and they called my mom, and I thought I was going. I said, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get my ass whooped and all this shit." My mama, she was cool about it. She was like, "Well, isn't that what kids their age do?" And like I was like, "Oh shit, I got away with this shit." They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna suspend him for 5 days." and they was and cancel his Washington trip. But since I already made the deposit, it was like, what we do is
Pay to play.
yeah, let you go to Washington, but when you come back, you're gonna get 5 days out of school or 3 days out of school. And my mom was like, no, because he can't do his work. They were like, well, we give him a week in school. She was like, yeah, that's better. I said, no, fuck that. I want the 3 days.
I want to stay home and shit back then, right?
No, I said it. A whole week. That was the worst week of my life.
That's awesome. What's your worst detentionable offense? Did you ever do anything?
No, I was kind of.
You're the Brian character, aren't you?
I was afraid. Yeah,
He's the Brian character.
He was chill. He just had to.
I had detention in grade school a couple times for like.
No, if you
Not
now let
turning
me
my
ask you
homework
to
or
this
something.
day.
Not turning my
That was
like-
the worst thing you did? Really, bro?
I was
Gum
a
and
good
stay
kid
after
for
the
the
10
movie.
minutes.
I was a good kid, man.
Hey, so Pat, since you are the Brian
You are the
character,
motherfucker that reminds the teacher at the end of the day that she forgot to hand out homework.
Pat,
That is you.
Probably. I was a bad
we gotta
student.
study again. What chapter?
now Pat, at your current place of employment, if your
Can
parents
we
don't,
do 2 chapters?
Don't we got a test today?
hey, at your current place of employment, if your employee evals come back and they're not subpar, are your parents disappointed, or they get mad at you still, or what?
I mean,
Like how they didn't
Nowadays?
like does it still continue to this day, or did it stop?
nowadays I'm like
They don't care what what you're evaluated at work. They don't give a fuck. You're not disappointed
As
at
long
all.
as I don't get fired, you know.
Oh, okay, so they just basically want to have a job. Okay, well, that's a good standard.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
My detention, I cut school once because my public school friends talked me into it. That's probably the only thing I really got majorly busted for. Oh, one time I went to Holy Name and told them they sucked.
How fucking lame are these two?
Went to Catholic school, bro. What do you want me to do? Well, I got away with all that shit too because I got drunk. I got busted for drinking like 3 times. I didn't do anything. Like I had to go to this. I had to go
You
to
used to
support.
have your magic water bottle in the class?
I would just pound beers on the way to school and come and smell like beer. They didn't give a
Oh, I
fuck.
used to have my
Oh.
water bottle with vodka in it. And it
You might as well.
Little Mo Claret.
You might as well say I suck because my dad went to Holy Name. So by
Oh, nice.
I used to go to class high as fuck and I would sleep first and second period because I had like an OWE program.
I would just drink on the way to school. We drank so much beer. At least I did. I drank so much beer senior year. It wasn't funny, dude.
I slept first and second period. It got to the point where they called my mom and was like, yeah, I don't think you can end up sleep at night. It was so funny.
All right, now in the movie, the principal, right off the rip, you notice this. He's quite lazy. He's kind of fucking incompetent too. Like they all just do whatever. He just sits in his room, fucking jamming out with this scene right here, where she paints the thing is fucking a little ridiculous because
he's just there because it's probably his turn to do it. Probably I'm assuming teachers, at least in my school, teachers took turns.
They
doing
did.
it.
right, yeah, that's probably how it did. So everybody worked
it's
a
like,
Saturday,
fuck
so
this.
it's in your contract that say they have 10 teachers, everybody works one Saturday throughout the year. Or you got to work 2 Saturdays or some shit throughout the year, something like that. So,
I'd be mad as fuck if I just sit through the Saturday.
but he just did not care. This part right here where they fall asleep was great. But no, they were talking about the clubs here. What clubs were you guys in high school? That's sports. What clubs? He was talking about the chemistry or the physics club he was talking about.
Club, I was in a media production club.
AV club or whatever, something like that. You were in anything, dude?
We made videos.
Dude, I barely went to high school.
Did you graduate high school?
No, I got kicked out.
Oh, okay. So you can't really relate to this movie.
I was in drama.
I
You in
was
the drama
back in
club?
the
Drama club.
Really?
I was in.
Yeah.
Does that fucking surprise you
I was in plays.
that he was in drama?
I was in plays,
I'm trying
man.
to think.
He was probably in debate too.
No, I wasn't a nerd.
We didn't really have. You know what?
I wasn't a nerd. I wasn't.
Does he look smart? I was in this. I was in Spanish club. I want to say
My
for a
grade
couple
sucked.
things, but I never really went to more than like 1 or
What
2
did y'all
meetings.
do in Spanish club?
I'm honored.
He's
Cook-
learning how to talk Spanish.
Yeah, talk Spanish, cook Spanish food, stuff like that. Some of it was kind of cool. Either
No.
they bring in flan or
I
whatever.
visited,
Or
I visited the chess club one time and they was in their party and doing like that shit was wrong.
We just had drinking beer clubs.
I didn't
And,
join, but it was pretty cool to be in there.
I mean, by the time I played football for a couple years. By the time I was a sophomore, junior, I was just drinking so much beer. I didn't really care about the clubs and all that.
Yeah, that was me smoking. I played football, but me and my dude used to skip practice and smoke. And they go to McDonald's.
Now, right in the beginning of this movie, aside from Brian, obviously, everybody is complete assholes to each other. Did you notice that when they first come in? Like, they're just, and Molly Ringwald, Claire, dogging everybody. Fucking Judd Nelson, obviously, is the fucking, Bender's the biggest dick in the movie, just constantly dogging people.
biggest.
And then fucking Emilio Estevez, Andy, he just comes in there fucking so they're all instantly assholes, man. But when they take out the door bolt, remember it falls.
Yeah,
it shows further incompetency of the principal. But that's when they instantly connect, man. They instantly bond at that moment. For the rest of the movie, they're secretly bonded. Every time when the principal comes in, they know they're like stitches don't get stitches.
Well, that's
we're gonna start this club right now.
That's the theme of the movie. Like they're from different social classes, but they eventually find that they have things in common throughout. That even though just because you're think differently than someone else.
One thing I just noticed when I rewatched it, when he says "eat my shorts," I always thought that never occurred to me because I always watched The Simpsons. Before.
Yeah, I think Bart Simpson.
Bart stole it from. Yeah, they had to get it from this because obviously they were very pop culture. The Simpsons started.
Yeah, Matt Groening definitely.
But yeah, they and then also when they were when I think it's right around here where we're watching it. But he was they were talking about. He's like, "Do you want another one? Yeah, I'll take another one." And he goes up to the 7 or 8 detentions. Did you ever have a moment like that in school where somebody was arguing back with the teacher?
Yeah.
And they would just keep provoking and provoking just to show off, and they would get the check and the check and the check and the check, and just keep going.
So that was me. I had my science teacher. His name is Mr. Bowley. He looked like Don, but worse. He looked like Mr. Clean actually. But he used to give us 8 o'clock when we had to come to class like early as shit, and like that's what he would do. He'd be like, you know what, 8 o'clock. And after so many 8 o'clocks, he started taking points away from your total grade. So he'd be like, so every time I do some stupid shit, he'd like points. Or if I say something, points. He'd like, you gonna keep going? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck you, points. But I got my final grade and shit was like negative fucking 45. And the way I had to get my points back was we would watch like Bill Nye and every fucking note we take, we get extra bonus points. So that's how I get my points back.
You watch 8 seasons of fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy.
This science teacher hated me, dude. Like, his name is Mr. Bowley. I would never forget this dude.
Now, also in the beginning of the movie, when they're first walking around, I mean, we were talking about this in the pre-show, but there's a noose hanging from Bender's locker, and it says, "Don't touch this or you'll die." F word for gay people. Mm-hmm. That is 100% completely unerrable in today's. They could not do that noose on that show for one. And there's a racial element.
Oh, and
you couldn't you couldn't say the F word on there either.
And remember when they're all talking about how they got into detention, and then Brian got in detention because he brought in a gun, which ended up being a
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
But I was just saying you can get away with that either.
Oh yeah, that's one. I guess if we're going along with the theme of stuff you couldn't get away with today, how casually they treated that. No way. You're gonna do that
not in
today.
this climate.
Not fucking climate. No. Anything post Columbine.
You cannot. Yeah, you couldn't remake this movie. I mean, you could, but you couldn't do it.
All right, now the dandruff scene when she does a painting and she does like it.
Gross.
I read the notes on the IMDb. That's actually Parmesan cheese. That wasn't really dandruff for the thing. That was one of the more grosser scenes.
Yeah,
like when Bender did the loogie.
We need you to build up some dandruff.
But that was her character. She was this huge weirdo, and she knew she was a weirdo, and she didn't care that she was a weirdo.
And then
she embraced her weirdness.
Boy, Blake's show got yanked, huh? What happened there? You need an ashtray? All right. We could get a blunt going here in a second too. But yeah, that was pretty fucking nasty, man. And then after that, they started doing the Seven Dwarfs theme. Is that the Seven Dwarfs theme?
No, when they whistle.
Yeah,
that's from the Bridge on the River Kwai.
I thought that was the Seven Dwarfs.
No, there wasn't not the hi ho. No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, but that was kind of annoying.
No.
You guys
all start whistling.
Yeah, there's a scene.
Well, I know they all started whistling, but
there's the whistling. The Bridge on the River Kwai scene.
What are you saying?
Bridge on the River Kwai. It's a war movie from. It's a war movie from the 50s.
Oh,
yeah.
The bridge over the.
Yeah, totally not nerd at all.
These guys don't.
Movie nerd.
How do you not? All right, time out. The River Kwai and the fucking World War II and the bridge over the River Kwai. The whole story is very important American history. How you guys don't know any of that shit? Go on the History Channel. Look up the history of the bridge over the River Kwai. And that movie is a great movie. Phenomenal fucking story.
I swear.
Y'all gonna have to message me because I'm gonna forget that name.
KWAI.
People will message you, you'll be like, man, I ain't looking at that shit.
Can you believe that half of the room has not ever heard a bridge over the River Kwai? That's insane.
I've heard it.
Can
I
you
didn't know
believe
that's what
that
it was called.
the two people who got the most detentions don't know what that shit is?
I guess it's going along with the theme of the movie. But Ellie's first words, and the thing she said, ha, but that don't really count as a word. That's more of a expression. She said vodka when they were walking down the thing. They asked her what she was drinking. Yeah, she's like, what do you drink? Vodka. But and they also, man, in this movie, they pressure Brian a lot, and as saying if he's a virgin, he says right away, "I'm a virgin." Now, is it okay in high school for a guy to be a virgin, or is that something that everybody lies about and we just nobody talks about until like a fucking 80 and you're all embarrassed and shit?
When in high school, well, I mean,
they went to different high schools than we went.
Yeah,
It was never a fucking issue when we were.
if you was a virgin, you was a virgin. I mean,
no, it was basically the same thing in my high school, at least. I mean, we were 15, 16, 17 years old. I mean,
the main
but then we went to high school with a lot of hoes too.
It was pretty easy in high school.
John's in the house. John and Niall. He's Georgia Bureau Reviews. Check him out.
All boys school.
but nobody really has any experience when you're in high school.
He wasn't a virgin, but it wasn't voluntary.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I wasn't. This jawline wasn't all that good back then. It was.
Not for,
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. I mean, shit.
not for the
I grew
ladies.
into it.
Most kids lose their virginity by 16.
They say they say the average is right around 16, 17, I would say. Probably like prom night is when most people lose their virginity, I would say, right around end of high school, somewhere around there. Because a lot of people, it depends. It's weird though, because like the people who do fuck in high school fuck a lot, and the people who don't fuck just don't. You know what I mean? So it's like half the people are fucking like 3-4 people in high school, and the other half are like they don't do anything.
Most of them
It's like-
relationships.
Right. And then some people have their
But
relationships.
most
and all
of the
that.
time, it be a house party or something.
All right, now at when they go to lunch after this thing, actually, they go to lunch and they're going after they get back with the vodka scene. There is some serious Coke advertisements going on out there. Did you notice that? He tosses when Bender tosses Ellie a Coke. Remember that? It was all shaken up.
Oh yeah.
It was all casual, just catches it, boom. But yeah, if you look at the screen on there, they got fucking 5 cans of Coke right there. Coke paid a lot for that advertisement. That's early product placement because this movie only cost $1 million to make. And man,
We gotta talk about casting.
I did too when he said that.
I know a lot about the
not
casting.
cocaine.
I missed a part of this movie.
Coca-Cola.
I'll take the Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Now, out of all the lunches that they had, Claire had sushi. Obviously, Bender had no lunch.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy had the big spread out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he's
And
bulking
then-
up for
And then fucking
for wrestling.
and Brian had the peanut butter and jelly with the crust cut off, and the very mom. You can tell his mom made his lunch with the soup.
Yes.
What would your typical high school lunch be out of all those? All the guys, all the people in the movie who had lunches, and obviously everybody had a lunch, but what would your lunch typically be in high school?
I had like a Brian lunch.
Yeah, Brian lunch?
Yeah.
What
Does that fucking surprise you?
I wasn't a book nerd like Brian.
I actually, believe it or not, I always had I would just fucking bring in whatever. I had more of a fucking Bender lunch. I didn't really bring food to
No,
lunch.
I didn't bring lunch.
Because people would always give me food because I was always we would sit with a group of people and they would just never finish their shit. I just fucking.
Lunch was when you went out and smoked and
We were smoking cans for. We had two campuses.
My mom used to lie with
Yeah.
papers.
We couldn't smoke that.
I got free lunch. One year she tried to lie. They was like, "No, you gonna get reduced lunch." I had to pay like 46.
Sometimes I do the cafeteria lunch.
You gotta carry change every fucking day.
I hate
Mom,
it.
can I get 46?
I used to hate that first day of class when they had to take home that form because I knew I was never going to qualify for reduced lunch because my dad. I mean, we were rich, but we never.
My mom lied on them.
Did she really?
I used to get free lunch and reduced lunch all the time.
They're about to go back, fucking clean home school, about to go back in.
Yeah, we had like lunch.
He's about to get his bill in the mail.
Right.
This lunch, motherfucker.
She was a nurse, so she was making hella money. But she's a lot like that.
All right, now I looked up their ages of the cast at the time of the movie. Judd Nelson was 25, so the Bender character was 25 years old when they filmed this. So that's crazy when that. Molly Ringwald was 16, so the Claire character was only 16 years old. Emilio Estevez, the Andy character, was 23. And Anthony Michael Hall, the Dork Brian character, was 16. So you got two people, Molly and Anthony, who were only 16, and the rest were pretty much all in their 20s and shit. Mm-hmm. Kind of weird. Why would they cast like two guys? We even talk about some casting right here. Who are they? You studied some of this when we were going to the pre-show too. The Anthony Michael Hall role. Who are some of the other people they're looking for?
So Anthony Michael Hall and Molly Ringwald were in.
Let me roll the blood.
All right, yeah,
Oh, you go. My bad.
So
I just thought of
Anthony Michael Hall and Molly Ringwald were both in 16 Candles a year earlier. So John Hughes knew that they were going to be, you know, two of the roles. So Anthony Michael Hall was pretty much a lock. He knew that he was going to be Brian, but he actually wanted Molly Ringwald as the Ellie character. He wanted her to be the basket case.
Really?
He wanted, Robin Wright,
Mm-hmm.
married Sean Penn.
Yeah.
He wanted her as Claire.
Okay.
So Ringwald basically, what I read was Molly Ringwald basically just stayed adamant and said, no, I want to be Claire, and she wouldn't give in. So finally Hughes was like, okay, whatever. And then Ellie, she ended up getting it. And then like it came down between John Cusack and John Nelson for Bender.
John Cusack would have been horrible in there.
Yeah, he was too. Yeah, he wanted like John Hughes really liked. He was in 16 Candles too. He was Anthony Michael Hall's friend, and he's basically too soft for it. You know, he wasn't really. You know,
you got to be. I was
he
reading
wasn't really threatening like John Nelson was.
In the liner notes, they said that you had the Judd Nelson stayed in character like the whole 2 months they filmed, like even off set. They would go. He would treat people like assholes. They said he did undercover work at high schools and shit. And they actually said he would fucking use his fake ID, but it was his real ID. He would buy these motherfuckers beer and cigarettes and shit. So he was literally out there fucking playing the role like he got into. Besides, like Heath Ledger,
acting.
he was literally buying fucking people beer and shit when he was doing this role.
Method acting.
Right. Man, that's like to the nth degree, man. It's kind of breaking the law, but I mean, hey, whatever works for you, man. But yeah. So that was that part was a little wild there, and the principal, Paul. Can't remember his name.
Paul Gleason.
Yeah, Gleason. He was in the movie. He said, "I've been doing this for 22 years," and he was 45 when they filmed it. So that's actually kind of spot on with his age. He died in 06. It said in the liner notes.
Johnny B. Brody.
Oh, that's right. Shit, hold on.
Because you about to fucking.
Yeah, here.
Okay, bro.
There's the CBD that we smoke here daily on the show. So when Bender came from a broken home. He was doing the impression of getting fired.
Banner fucking year in the Bender household.
That was I mean
up, Johnny.
That was a little over the top for sympathy in terms of what they were doing. No, I mean
he's like hitting himself.
If you're in that scenario, why would you go right to that? I mean, it's not an abusive household isn't constant abuse. I mean, there are fun times. Like, I'm sure they went to the fucking kiddie park and shit. You know what I mean? So I think that was a little ridiculous in that.
And Emilio Estevez went off too about his dad pushing him. He went off too. They both went off.
The one scene when they were sitting up there later in the movie when they're sitting up there in the pit hall, and then Brian would start crying, and when Emilio Estevez was there with his little Nike product placement. He was fucking just completely balling, dude.
Right.
Totally balling on that shit. Now this is one random thing I noticed being an Air Force guy, and I see how we got the subtitles on here. I noticed this earlier. When I was watching this, and when Bender was running around, remember he was trying to distract him. He was running around saying, "I want to be an Air Force Ranger," which makes no sense because Rangers are in the Army, and we don't have Rangers in the Air Force. So that was kind of I don't know. I didn't really see what the.
Did he say that though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want to be an Air Force Ranger.
I thought he was singing a song.
The original song is "I want to be an Airborne Ranger."
Oh.
I want to live a life of danger. So maybe it's the. I'll have to go back and watch that again. I don't think he said Air Force. Maybe the closed captioning was just fucked up on that. Okay, we're getting really in depth if we talk about the fucked up closed captioning. Yeah. All right, so when you remember, you got Mayo. Did you watch up to the scene when they went to the locker and got the weed out?
No.
Don, have you ever seen this movie?
Yes, I've seen.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Don, do you remember when they went to the locker and got the weed out? Do you remember how big the bag of weed was? What would you say? How much weed would you say was in there when you looked at it? I'll tell you what I guessed it was. You tell me what you think how much it was.
Like a half.
I'll say it was about a quarter. It was about a quarter.
Talking 80s though.
That's true. It was. I mean, look in the liner notes. It said it was oregano when they did it, but it looked obviously because they're not going to use weed. But they it kind of looked. I would say about a quarter. It kind of looked like shake too a little bit. So it didn't really close up on it, so it was hard to tell.
He fucking analyzed that shit like the Zapruder film. He's like, it's oregano.
Now, did you? Paz, I'll start with you. Did you smoke any weed in high school? This is one.
Are you fucking surprised?
What was out there in TV land? Any of you guys smoke weed in high school? Lap, you don't even know what
I was
Did
a
you
pussy.
do anything?
We'll talk later. I have a reputation I'm trying to
Yes,
uphold.
it-
Your principal's not watching, bro. You're perfectly fine to talk about it
Pat
now.
went to high school in the 90s, and he doesn't want to talk about this now 20-some years later. Patrick, you know that the permanent record really isn't permanent, right? Once you're out of high school,
Right? It's not gonna follow you.
he's like, he's gonna apply for a job at the fucking Circuit City. They're like, oh, in 5th grade, you fucking said something else when your permanent record, bro.
I smoked weed every day in high school.
Every day. I smoked weed about 3 or 4 times, if that, in high school, because I didn't really smoke it until I was later, and by then I was going to the Air Force. So I really couldn't do it too much because I know I was gonna get drug tested.
I used to wake and bake.
Wake and bake in high school. See, a drink was a different story though. I would fucking drink
See,
constantly.
I didn't drink a lot, but I would smoke a lot.
Oh, see, I would drink all the fucking time, man.
I was the fucking.
Last thing I want to be is drunk in high school. I'd rather be high and make it go by quicker.
Oh well, when you're high, it's and when you're drunk, you forget shit. Well, when you're high, you forget shit too, I guess. Just depends. But now, when they were, remember when Allie stole Brian's wallet?
Yes.
The social security number indicates that he would have been born in Connecticut. Now, this movie takes place in Illinois.
How the fuck did you even?
I
figure that out?
didn't even.
Well, the social security number is 049380913. If in America, the first 3 numbers of your social indicate where your birth certificate was issued. So, like everybody in this room probably has like 270, 280, 290, something like that as your first 3 digits of your social because you're born in Ohio. So if you look at anybody's social, the first 3 digits are where they were born.
Oh, wow.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I swear to God, look it up. I can show
I
you.
don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I learned that in the call center.
Mine's not 270.
Well, is it between like 269 and 301, something like that? Your first 3 digits? There you go.
Wait. 301.
Yeah, well, no, they do Tampa Bay
Mine's-
Customs in the house. What's up, bud? The
Mine's past 301.
well, here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Hold on.
Yeah, because I don't know if you're right on this, Joe. I think you made that shit up.
No, this.
Mine's 276 though.
This is the worst.
277.
I thought my rating was bad. Jesus.
Right, that's what I said.
My
I
God.
give up trying to read any notes Joe writes, dude.
We're going to do a.
All right, Ohio, right here. Ohio, you're between 268 and 302 if you're born in Ohio, according to the traditional ones. Now, some of these change over the years. I mean, you see how old this document is. Fuck, this document's from 1972. No, this is from the Social Security Bill in November 1982. But yeah, like if you're born in like West Virginia, your Social Security number is between 232 and 236. Let's do some people in the crowd here. Some people don't have Social Security numbers because they're not from the United States. But Tampa, for example. So if you're in Florida,
Oh my God, we're going to talk about this. Is boring shit.
if you're born in Florida, your Social Security number is either between 261 and 267 or 589 and 595.
This is as boring as Pat in high school.
Pat was not that boring in high school, sir. Well,
I don't know.
maybe a little bit.
No, that was pretty interesting.
Now, okay, when he gets the fake ID, okay, you remember the fake ID made it say 68?
Yeah.
And he said, so you can go vote. Straight voter fraud. That's another thing you couldn't get away with nowadays. You can't be doing in today's climate. Can you imagine if they made this movie in 2020? They said to go vote. The fucking people would just freak out. You know
They
what I mean?
would?
Yeah, they would, because voter fraud and all that. They would,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
people
yeah,
would post
yeah.
on the thing. Look at this example of fucking liberal hypocrites.
I got you.
And also, one thing I noticed randomly, watch when Anthony Michael Hall pulls up his wrist. He's wearing one of those calculator watches. Remember those? Did you ever have one of those? Yes or no? Tell me you did. You know you did, Pat.
Pat did.
Pat did.
Pat definitely did.
I wasn't a nerd. I was more of the LA character. I was a weird kid.
The emo.
Yeah.
All right.
No, not even emo. I
What
was
is
weird.
the okay? No, I think around a little bit after this part, they go with the $1 million. What would you do? Don't give the answer from Office Space, but what would you do with the $1 million?
What does this have to do with Breakfast Club?
They asked the question in the movie.
Oh yeah,
That was
that's
one of the
right.
things.
What I do with $1 million, I would buy a house on the ocean.
Not for $1
Florida.
million. Maybe when this movie came out,
Yeah,
you get like a fucking condo in the ocean. They moved
big
on.
condo. Yeah, something. I'll at least take a nice trip, a
Wow.
nice month-long trip with the missus.
Joe,
He gets $1 million and he takes a trip. You buy a car, better phone maybe.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Get
Good
plugs,
idea.
Calculator watch.
hair plugs right here, calculator watch,
I need earplugs.
Earrings.
You need fucking earplugs.
maybe some wire rims. You trim
I
the
know you're
eyebrows a
looking
little bit.
thin up top, bro.
Don't worry about my eyebrows.
Maybe pull that nose down a little bit, twist it this way.
Facelift would definitely come.
Lips a little solid more there. Put more injections right
So
here.
you're trying to work a question. So
Well, yeah, I mean, if you got $1 million, if you got $1 million,
point out my flaws is why you.
if you got $1 million, you're gonna be perfect. You need some surgery. Them eyes a little bit far still. Get them put out a little bit more.
Are we talking?
Maybe unhook
Are
his
we
ears.
talking in this time?
Touch me.
In 1985?
Well, what we're just talking. If you got $1 million right now, what would you do?
Like today?
Well, in '85, you wouldn't be alive, so you couldn't even answer that question. Yeah, if you were alive right now and the fucking Bill Squire say, "Hey, here's $1 million," what would you do with it?
I don't know.
You just buy a fucking pound of the best weed ever.
Yeah, I just pay off all my shit. New car, buy me a new car, new house.
Could you retire right now on $1 million?
No.
I could spend $1 million in a week.
You really couldn't retire right now on $1 million?
No, that's not shit.
Shit, I could.
Oh
A
man.
I easily
$1
could.
million
What?
ain't nothing. Unless you
Get out of
invest.
here,
I
man.
could-
Unless you invested to make some
Maybe
more
back
money.
then you could. You can't do it. In this
Right now is what I'm at right now. I mean, okay, use my salary. Say I make $75,000 a year. How many? What's $1 million divided by that? That would cover me for the rest of retirement, and then the rest I can just fucking go on YouTube and get super chats all day or something.
It depends how you spend your money.
Right. But $1 million. Here's the weed scene right here.
Exactly.
Or look at that. Right when he pulls this out, look at that. Tell me that's not a quarter. But it looks like shake though when he pulls it out. Watch. We're watching the weed scene right now when he pulls it out. That's totally shake. And they said it's oregano, but that's.
I think it's more of a half,
You
man.
think that's a half? I don't know.
Man,
It's been forever since I bought weed in a bag. So
you
it's hard.
never know. That could be
It's been a very long time since I bought weed.
that could be an ounce.
There ain't no way that's an ounce.
The way it's folded up, that was a
Nah,
that was a thick ass
That
bag.
ain't no ounce, dude.
Now, do you agree with the quotes? We are all bizarre. Some just better at hiding it than others. You're saying everybody's weird. Some are just a little,
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm weird.
I mean, everybody got something out there that they do. That if the world finds out, it's a wrap.
Right.
I mean, us four for sure. We all have.
Right. Like Anthony Mayo steals from purses sometimes. Don really likes fried chicken. Pat can't run for shit, and I have no pull-out game. That's all it is. It's literally everything. That's all our flaws right there. Personified.
Pretty much, we all have a weird porn search.
Oh yeah. If you ever want to have a fucking truth contest, there's 2 ways you can do it. Look at some of his direct messages on Facebook. It's always in there, and look at the porn search history. You never reveal fucking
I'm not.
homosexual activity in porn has
I'm
sex.
not ashamed of my porn searches.
Yeah, you are.
No.
You've never looked at nothing out of suspicion.
Group Bukaki.
You've never searched
I never
nothing
done-
just
I don't even-
because
no, I don't do that.
suspicion caught you.
Pat would never admit it, but he has.
Like what?
No.
I mean, you sit there, you be sitting there like, let me see. Man.
What wormhole have you went down, bro?
No, I'm just saying, like in jail, you be like, I'm gonna see.
All right, let's go around the table. Let's go around the table. Yes or no? Do you have jerk? Did you download Jerkmate? Yes or no? I didn't either.
What is Jerkmate? You even
I
told me.
I don't
yesterday
download
what
any.
it is.
I don't download anything.
I wish we could show it in the. There's an advertising. I got a Nude Vistas where I get most of my porn from, and there's an advertise. It's like a TikTok or whatever, but you can like interact with the person on the thing according to the ad. And like in the ad, there's this chick standing there, and they press the button. She goes like this, and then she's fucking naked.
That's how
It's fucking. It looks so stupid.
I've seen the advertisement, but no.
Yeah, nobody's. Can you imagine download that? Look at your app. There's fucking Netflix, Jerkmate.
Those ads is unbelievable. They told me I could grow 6 inches in 2 days. Like 2 days.
They told me that nobody lasts more than 45 seconds watching this game either. I don't believe that.
The ad that I tell in my porn joke, a lot of people have seen it. It's funny. Because people tell me after the show, I've seen that ad before.
All right, we're gonna get some of the reasons for detention they listed. Now, Brian, we'll get into Brian last because he's the more controversial one on this. Andy was pretty much bullying. He taped Larry's ass together, and before he did that, he beat the fucking shit out of him. Now, why did he beat Andy's ass? Or not Andy's ass? Why did he beat Larry's ass to begin with? Was there something to do with this?
He taped his butt cheeks together.
But when he's describing the story, remember he talked about he beat his ass.
He just did it to be.
For his dad?
No, he didn't beat his.
Yeah, I remember he was describing. He's like, I was punching him, and everybody was cheering me on, and I taped his butt cheeks together.
Oh, I don't remember that part. I thought it was just he taped his.
And then the reason Larry had to the reason he got in trouble because when they removed the tape from Larry's hairy ass, a lot of skin from the back of the balls, and everything ripped off, and he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, he said he did it just to. I something to do with his dad. Like
Yeah, but they never really touched on.
Proud.
Yeah, they
His
never
dad
really
proud.
touched in the movie why he like is Larry's dad have something to do with fucking
He said
Andy's dad or something or.
No, he said he did. He said that the kid never did anything to him. Like he never. He
Yeah,
even liked
no
the
reason.
Kid. He even liked the kid.
Yeah,
He had no reason.
He picked
to
on
do
him.
it.
He picked on him for no fucking reason. It was ridiculous. Now Claire
And he felt bad about it though, but he
Claire-
seemed like he showed remorse.
Claire just cut class and went shopping, and her parents didn't give a fuck. It was, oh yeah, that's okay,
Yeah.
sweetie. And for cutting class, I guess that would be the equivalent because if you cut class, that's a day's class, and you go to Saturday detention, that's a whole day. So that's probably apropos. to
Yeah.
that.
Cut class to get ass.
Bender set a fire alarm. Pull a fire alarm.
Yeah, he pulled a fire alarm the day before, and then he actually ended up doing 8 more detentions after that, according to that thing.
And
See you next Saturday again.
Yeah. What did Allison do?
Yeah.
Allison, what did she do? Oh, she was just bored and nothing better to do, according
Yeah,
to
that's
this
what
thing.
it was.
So she just shows up in detention because she wants to hang out. So she was a compulsive liar. So obviously she had to have done something. What do you think she would have done though? Probably stole something, undoubtedly. No, because remember she was going out stealing locks and shit.
She's a klepto, so they should probably get caught.
She either got caught lying or stealing at something. I would say is why she got caught.
for lying.
Drunk.
Oh yeah. Now Brian, the Anthony Michael Hall character, he got caught with a gun in his locker. And in the movie, they kind of got dark for a second when they talked about that because they got in a little suicide-ish. You couldn't do that today because of they instantly think school shooter.
Yeah.
And if you think a lot of people were bullied, that's pretty much his character was like that going back then. So that's kind of a fucking ominous precursor. Would you think? No, it turned out to be a flare gun. Did he say? Did he bring the wrong gun or what happened?
It turned out to be a flare guy. He bought it. Like it wasn't even his gun. I think he got it from somewhere.
Yeah, so he was going to get a B in shop, or he's failing shop, and then his average couldn't have been no more than a B. He was thinking about suicide, so he bought a gun. It turned out to be a flare gun.
Yeah,
It was lit off in his
Who the
locker.
fuck kills himself for a C?
and they all started.
People in Asia, dude. There's people that do this fucking test in Asia and India.
This show was made in America.
The one guy was Hashimoto, the guidance counselor. Remember? His name was Hashimoto because it was like the production supervisor.
And then this movie.
Yeah. The Hashimoto was a production supervisor, or the guidance counselor's name. All right, let me. Where were we here?
I don't remember.
All right, what kind of grades were these? Did you guys get in high school actually? Because you were talking about grades.
I had terrible grades.
Did you?
Terrible.
Well, do you remember your GPA at all?
My highest was probably like maybe 3, almost maybe like a 3.1.
You remember your cumulative or something?
No.
I was like a 2.4, 2.5. I was always an underachiever because I didn't really care. I mean, I just whatever. I've been like that my whole life in terms of like the academic work. The accolades never really mattered. I was always just.
I can see you as being.
Oh, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, most of you guys who are watching at this point have probably already subscribed. But if you haven't subscribed,
I only got good grades my senior year, and I still ended up failing my senior year. I had all good grades, but I failed English because I used to skip that.
Did you end up graduating in high school? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I graduated. I graduated from Cleveland Heights. I graduated. I had to go to summer school my senior year, so I graduated after the high school with like 8 people. It was horrible. They tried to treat it like a real graduation, man.
That's great. 8
Like,
people.
like, y'all don't give us our fucking diplomas.
Motherfuckers met up at the Denny's and shit.
They gave us the diplomas and we had to give them back because the superintendent never signed them. I said, this is a bullshit.
They were playing-
Heights was fucked up. They get on it.
They were playing pocket pump circumstance from a cell phone into a microphone, like.
I fucked with Heights though. They was ghetto, man.
That's awesome, man. We didn't play Heights. We played Shaker Heights in football. That's so crazy because they get I don't know how it is now, but in Shaker Heights, the football stadium is built in the back of the school, like right in the school, and then the fucking bleachers built right inside the school. It's kind of cool. That was my best game I think I played in high school. Let's see, where were the grades? Now the one scene Bender talks about the show Wild Kingdom. It's been on for like 30 years or something. Complete lie. Because in I hate fucking Jake from State Farm. Fuck you, Jake from State Farm. Bring back the original Jake.
How about Drake from the State Farm?
It's taking something that pisses you off and makes you even more fucking annoyed. Right, and they not only did they get rid of the original Drake, they brought in fucking Drake. Like, who brings in Drake for an advertisement? I was actually just going to talk about the scene. See, when he's walking through the vent, why is this vent so fucking big? Nobody can walk through a vent ever.
No vents are that big.
No vent is that big. It's completely
But is he not just in the drop? He's just in the drop ceiling. He's not in the vent.
You couldn't, but as far as he got out there, he couldn't even get. Oh, I guess if you just go in the drop scene.
The drop ceiling hangs down about that far from the actual ceiling. There's plenty of room for him to crawl through.
That's true. That's true. But
That's not the vent.
This is a movie.
well, we're trying to analyze it too,
He
bro.
analyzed the fuck out of the social security card and how much weed was in the dude's locker.
Exactly. Well, I bring stuff that relates to the show, bro. Now,
Everything is so perfect.
now, when they make Anthony Michael Hall write this, do you remember that at the end? Or kind of towards the end when they make him write the whole thing for everybody?
Yeah.
Claire fucking, she kind of turns on the sex appeal. She's like, oh, well, you're the smartest one, aren't you? It's kind of bullshit, no? I didn't really like the way they treated that. I don't, like, they used his nerdiness. Because at the end, he didn't walk away with anybody either. Like, fucking Andy hooked up, fucking Bender hooked up, and then fucking Brian just walked around, you know, still with the suicidal flare gun and not getting any ass. You know what I mean? I don't like the way they did that, man. But he seemed to relish in the movie, he seemed to like writing the paper. And I think he was proud of it. You know what I mean? Like, he really wanted to write that.
Yeah. Like he wanted to do it
No, let's
the right way.
No.
I'm good.
Oh, you're good at that?
I'm
Okay.
good for that.
Now, towards the end, too, when they were making, when Claire overdid, what's her name? Allie. Remember when they did the makeover scene?
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of unnecessary, too, because it's like, fucking Andy didn't really look at Allie like that until he saw the thing. It was kind of a superficial message. I didn't really like the way they treated that. I thought that would have been better if, like, he kind of just, you know, just looked at her beauty right there.
I literally just watched Joe become a feminist. What the fuck, bro? Seriously.
We're talking about problems in the movie, bro. They could have treated that character with a little more dignity. They prettied her up, and then you didn't see her until, you know, she looks just like the princess. And now there's two princesses now, and it completely defeats the point of having the emo chick in there. You know what I mean? Would you agree, Patrick?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Don doesn't agree.
I never really thought about it until now. But
now, after the movie ended, there were some kisses at the end. We're going to discuss these. Andy and Claire kissed. We can continue with the line.
Andy and
Allison did. Do you think? I think of the two couples that hooked up, you know, kind of hooked up, kissed it at the end there. They probably did. I would anticipate date a little bit more post movie. Would you say, like in the movie line? Because like she was at that point, Allie would have got a lot more confidence. Mm-hmm. You know, he would have been like, okay, I can hang out with her and chill for a little bit. You know what I mean? But what I think happened with Bender and Claire, remember how he gave her that diamond earring? Mm-hmm. Guarantee that motherfucker went right to the pawn shop. Took that shit in for whatever. He wasn't trying to give that shit back. And fucking, and she even said in the one scene, you know, I'm not going to hang out with you motherfuckers after this is over. She basically dogged them all and said, you know, like, I'm going to do whatever. I'm just telling the truth here. So there was no way he would have cherished that ring. They would have never fucking dated him.
Right.
No way at all, dude.
Okay, now this scene where they're all smoking together. Would that really happen in real life with the nerds and
to sit there and smoke randomly on the, well, I mean, in this situation, probably. Just because they're looking to pass time, and the best thing to pass time is to fucking, if they have blood with you. I mean, also, how are you not going to smell the fucking weed in the middle of the library? Like, have you ever smoked weed in any kind of setting like that? I've never. I mean, the times I smoked weed, back in the day, well, back in the 80s, you never smoked weed because it was only anywhere. But even now, you can't smoke indoors and just, they would smell that shit right away. I mean, you can't fucking, it's ridiculous.
Right.
You can instantly smell that shit.
Yeah, it's.
Now, a couple of side notes I noticed. The Claire and Brian characters actually dated in real life after this movie. Do you know that?
Claire
Anthony Michael Hall and
Molly Ringwald.
Yeah.
Oh, did they date?
Yeah, at least according to the internet. I don't know if they did, but it said they were teenagers. Who knows what they did? But that's kind of a cool thing looking at.
Dude, that's wrong.
Now, the title of the movie is the last spoken words in the movie. You notice that? Signed, The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
And the movie is called The Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
And the main issue I have with that is that during The Breakfast Club, they never once eat breakfast. They never show breakfast foods, no eggs, no bacon, no sausage.
Why did they call it that?
It makes no sense. Why would they call it The Breakfast Club? The title of the movie is completely irrelevant.
Everybody had to arrive
after breakfast
in the morning.
In the morning.
First thing in the morning.
It's a
So
pretty.
what's first thing in the morning? Fucking breakfast.
I know it's a pretty. I like
So
that. I like
they
that
were the
title.
Breakfast Club.
It's a really cool title. I like that.
You like the title?
Instead
like it,
of
I
calling
do.
it Saturday school, they called it the Breakfast Club.
Saturday School would have been a cool name for
It's
it.
the name of a. Now it's the name of a cool rock cover band.
Okay, we'll read some random trivia here. Emilio Estevez was originally going to play the bad character Bender.
Mm-hmm.
Says they couldn't find anybody to play Andrew, so Estevez just jumped on it. Okay. And what Pat said about Molly Ringwald playing Allison was true. She really.
I know it was true. I said it.
Okay. Let's see here. John Michael.
Question the nerd, dude. They know what they're talking about.
I'm a movie nerd. Let's get it right, motherfucker.
Okay, here we go.
For
The
movies.
title of the film's title comes from the nickname invented by students and staff for detention in New Trier High School, the school attended by the son of one of John Hughes' friends. Thus, those who went sent to detention were designated members of the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club at that school probably took its name in turn from the title of American Radio's Running's longest network entertainment show broadcast in Chicago from 33 to 68. Okay, and John Hughes was actually in the film. He picked up Brian. He was Brian's father. So, yeah, it was a dick, huh?
Oh, John Hughes was.
Yeah, at the end when they picked him up, he picked up Brian and dropped him off too. That was John Hughes.
Oh, that was Johnny. Oh, Brian's. I thought you were talking about Emilio Estevez.
Said it took him 2 days to write the script. 4th of July, 85 or 82, 4th and 5th of July of 82. Rick Moranis was scheduled to play the janitor. Check this out. Rick Moranis was originally scheduled to cast as the janitor. He grew a thick beard and decided to play the character with a Russian accent. John Hughes planned to let Moranis reinterpret the character, but the producer was so opposed that he had him replaced with John Capellos. That's fucking hilarious.
That's fine. I didn't know that.
That's awesome, man. So overall, what would you give that movie out of 100? Now that you've seen it and you're watching it.
Can't wait till next week when we review 3 Men and a Baby.
Hey, you never know, man. We could still do that.
I would give it. Oh, it's a classic, man. Let's give it a 95.
I would say it's probably about accurate, 90, 93, something like that. What about you guys? What
What
would
are
you
we
give it?
rating this out of 100?
Yeah, I'm 100.
Hey, speaking of movies, I want to be in your friend's next movie. If you guys want.
Message.
You got to
You
friend on
message him.
Facebook. It's not how it works in the real world.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Get your showbiz on.
He's your friend. Why can't you tell him?
I still want to box Joe, but Joe won't box me. But anyways, I say, I don't know, maybe like 89.
And what was the parts of the movie that you didn't really care for?
Dude, you never even watched this movie.
I
all
did.
the way
I watched-
through.
I
You're
watched-
so full of
I
shit,
watched half
bro.
of it today.
You watched half.
No,
of
he
it.
did-
I think
he
it's
did
the
watch
first
it
half.
'cause-
I've seen it before.
Because there was a part when they talked about elephantitis of the balls, and we were talking about that.
That shit was-
The dandruff scene was kind of done without that.
Yeah, that was a little gross, just the way she did it and stuff. And that but in a way that I think maybe Hughes intended it to be like that. He wanted you to think because a homeless,
He
it's not homeless,
he
but
wanted you to see how trashy her image was.
right. If a chick like that probably would have dandruff to where she could just go like this and fucking put it on the picture. Yeah, Principal Vernon died in 06, said according to the internet. Oh, I did hit 300 subs today, according to the internet. So hopefully that might reduce back to like 298 tomorrow. But as of now, we're at 300. So
Why would it go down too?
for sometimes YouTube will scrub the list and like see if you sub to somebody's channel, they'll consider it sub for sub or something like that. And it's weird the way they fucking algorithm it. But as of right now, we're at 300, which is fucking great growth. I mean, by my birthday, we were only at 245, and that was. No, we were at 236 the day before my birthday, and that was fucking like December
2 months
20th.
ago,
Yeah, so we're at a nice pace right now, man. Nice pace. And then subscribe if you haven't already, for sure. You guys will take some calls, see what people are doing out there in TV land, because Pat's falling asleep. All right, if you guys are out there and you want to join the panel, I know Janice was hopping on early. Click on the link I just shared out, and we'll have you up and just talk about whatever. We can talk about the Breakfast Club or the, Tom Brady getting drunk, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, or
We can. I think more about the Tom Brady being drunk video was the fucking high point of the Super Bowl parties. Did you see that?
no?
Tom Brady was partying with
It would've
Gronk,
been
obviously.
so awesome if they fumbled the fucking trophy.
So Tom Brady is sitting there. He's holding the Lombardi trophy, fucking lit. There's two boats. He's at the fucking stern of one boat, and the fucking tosses it over like fucking 8 feet, but when they barely catch it before it almost chips the fucking thing and falls into the bay there. Did you see the Stanley Cup? Or no, it wasn't the Stanley Cup that broke, but they had the glass football trophy. I think it was Illinois or one of the college football programs was holding it. Oh. And then it broke in the locker room when they were dancing. Did you see that like New Year's? No, that's fucking hilarious. That's hilarious, man. So what do you want to talk about, Pat? What's wrong with your face? I'm just kidding. Your face is beautiful. Oh, look at Pat's glasses. This is like the glasses. So to show you, you know what we didn't do. We didn't go over what character everybody would be in the movie if you were a character in the movie. Obviously, well, let's do it like this. We'll go around the room. You say what character you think you would be, and then we'll all vote around the room again. This is what character that person would be. We'll start with Don.
I think it's pretty fucking obvious.
Well, but Pat's obvious. But Don, who would you say you would be in that movie? I'd probably.
I damn sure wasn't a jock. I wasn't a nerd, so I have to be the.
You got to be the wastoid. So he totally be Judd Nelson. Would you guys agree that Pat or that pretty accurate assessment? What about you, Ant? Who would you be out of these guys? Sitting there, I'm the eyes and ears of the school. I hear things you guys don't be knowing.
Only black dude.
Right, there was not one black person in this movie, too. I didn't think about that until just now.
What about you, man?
I would probably be a combination of
a
combination of Emilio Estevez and Judd Nelson, because I was destined to be a jock. Because I'm tall and not really athletic, but I fit that bill. But I didn't really. I really like the attention from drinking. I really like that angle, the wastoid stuff. So I was probably half and half almost.
A little bit of Allie and Brian. I say I'm a combination.
I would say that's accurate because you're very, very dude, but you're smart about things you want. And stuff.
I'm not a nerd though. I'm not really. I wasn't book smart.
Stop defending the fact you're not a nerd. It only makes you look like more of a nerd.
I wasn't a book smart nerd. I was not. That's not who I am.
So they lifted curfew this week, man. See this shit?
I saw that.
I was one of them nerds that didn't give a fuck. I mean, not all the nerds were smart.
He was a dumb nerd, but he was still a fucking nerd.
I was kind of the opposite. I always
Stoner thought it was funny.
I always, man, I was.
How many people knew you in school though? Were you like a popular kid, or was you like that?
Like when they went up to now constantly around stage, Patrick Bocephus.
Well, I mean, I went to a Catholic school. There was maybe 200 people in our class. So, I mean, it was a small school. But anyway, by the time I was a junior or senior, everybody knew who I was.
Dude, you really got to stop with the hand sanitizer.
No, I
fucking healthy. I'm getting high off the fucking.
No,
you put that shit
because what happened was
his hands are cracking right
now. What happened was in junior year, I started. I was in drama class because I needed art credit. I didn't want to do, so then I'll do this. So I started, I was in plays and shit, and people would see me in these plays, so people started knowing who I was because of that.
Yeah. Okay.
But he wasn't a nerd, people.
Not in the fine arts sense. I was a nerd. Not in the.
I was a straight A student up to 4th grade, and then we moved to Cleveland from Chicago.
Up to 4th grade.
No, as
soon as he got past ABC, that motherfucker lost his cool.
Let me finish.
I mean, did you even get A's in elementary?
4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I was still A student. Around 6th grade, 7th grade is when I bottomed out. And then, I was C's and D's, 8th grade. And then high school, freshman year, first couple semesters, I was A's and B's. And then I just kind of got into that, B minus, C plus funk the rest of school. And I just kind of mailed it in because, I'm very smart, but I'm lazy. You ever seen that shirt that says lazy but talented? That's kind of how I am, man. I really don't put a lot of effort into the shit I do. I'm really, really fucking lazy. I'd rather pay somebody to do something than do it myself.
I'm a procrastinator.
Oh, I am so procrastinating.
I'm gonna do it, but...
Dude, it took me fucking a year to get this garage, and I could have had this in 2 weeks, but I just fucking put my mind to it. There was a lot of if you look back at the original shows when we had all that crap in the background, and now, man, fuck. Think back to all them shelves that were back here, and we had fucking Jesus. This is awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah, this is nice.
Fuck yeah. Nobody wanted to join the stream, man. If anybody's out there and you want to join us and talk for a while, holler up. Let's see, Bobby Burrow texted me. He says he wants to talk about my getting drunk stories. Well, gosh.
Wait, getting drunk stories?
He said, talk about Joe getting drunk stories. Well, like I said, it's only a 90-minute show.
See, these two never seen you drunk though, so
That's
we
true.
can
No, Don,
rub
I
that.
drank at that one comedy show. It was the first time that I think it was Mill's first show actually. The back of that fucking
Was that when you told the poem?
yeah.
You told the poem. He was up there. I thought he was about to do
It was- Yeah, you were hosting it.
D Hawk headline and it was me.
It was all black. It was me and you were the only white dudes there. Everybody else was black.
This was your
I
show.
think I think I put the show on.
Yeah, this was your show.
Okay, I
It's
remember.
like 7
And
o'clock.
this was like the biggest show. This was my second show ever. And
Was this the one where your dad came and was
Oh, hold on, Bobby's
Yeah, my
Bobby's
dad
calling
was
live in there. What's up, Bobby? You want to go in there? What's up, bud?
He wrote the joke.
Graduation. All right, Bobby wants me to tell the graduation story. Okay. Have you guys ever heard the graduation story?
We'll tell it. We'll find out.
All right, I'll do that, but I'll tell the graduation story.
Bernard probably told me.
All right, no problem. All right, so graduation, we have to start at how the day begins. So I wanted to shave my head for graduation. I never really shaved my head, and now I do. Now we have good razors, but back then, it was 1995. The best razor was like
Now he shaves his head like nature ain't taking care of half
the,
that
back
shit.
then. Back then, the best razor they had was like a fucking Gillette sensor or something. So we decided, get shit bad. Of course, I'm drinking St. Ides. You start drinking probably at lunch, and I decided to have Hernan shave my head. So I take it to Clippers and get that's all fine. To shave this part, when it's stubble like how it is now, and go from there. We had the Bic. You remember the Bic, the yellow handle Bics with the fucking white head? And he must have went through 5 of them because he kept fucking it up. I kept popping blood over here and there, and he just kept cutting it wrong and shit. And I just kept pounding beers. So we're driving to school. Or at this point, we go over to the street called Nicholas. It's right. You've ever seen 48 or 98th and 90, like that intersection? If you're taking you get off the exit at West 98th.
Oh yeah.
It was all right there. We were at this dude Larry Terstage's house, and we were still drinking and stuff. And then so me and Hernan get in the car, and we had to go clear out to John Carroll on the east side. I'm fucking lit.
And who's driving?
I'm driving. Hernan didn't have a
So
license.
now you're underage, drunk driving, and your head's bleeding.
Oh yeah, and this is like fuck. This is only 1/3 of the story so far. So me and Hernan are driving out, clear out to John Carroll, and I was like, man, I gotta get something. I'm so fucking hungry. Or no, this is what it was. I was like, I gotta get something to take care of this beer breath because I was drinking St. Ides on the way out there. So I go into the Burger King right there, and I get a Whopper. And back then I got Whopper with extra mayonnaise on it. So I bring the Whopper into the car and I bite into it, and the fucking mayonnaise just all over the front of my fucking graduation gown. And of course, St. Ides, you're not gonna, you can smell that from a mile away. You're not gonna cover up St. Ides breath with the fucking Whopper. But I was drunk, so it seemed like a good idea. So we go out to John Carroll. We did make it out there after all my swerving around and shit like that. And in the parking lot of the graduation, I'm sitting there drinking a 40, and I didn't realize at the time that like the whole fucking graduation line could see me drinking, like including the assistant principal, 3 or 4 teachers. You know what I mean? So after I chugged the 40, I go up to stand in the line like nothing's going on. They said I could, legend head. I reached from 3 or 4 people away. So I was standing in the line, and the fucking assistant principal said, "Joe, come with me. You've been drinking." I was like, "No, I haven't." He's like, "Yeah, you have." I was like, "Fine." I was dead to rights at that time. They saw me drinking and shit. And then so there's something.
Go ahead. Okay, let's go.
Keep in mind, I didn't really, a lot of friends hang out with, they didn't graduate high school. So like 2 or 3 people came up to see me and shit. And my parents were there. Hernan had to come point out my parents because they didn't want me, walking back out and doing something stupid. So Hernan had to come out and cold point out my parents and bring them in and say, "Oh yeah, Joe's drunk. He's not gonna be able to walk across the stage tonight." They wouldn't let me walk across the stage. And I got my diploma the next day though. They still gave it to me. So, and after that, man, that's when I realized that I could just fucking skate on anything in life, dude. I've always done it like that. I do I do enough to get by, but I'll just manipulate. You know what I mean? Like, I'll still get paid the same as everybody else. I'll still graduate, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. Joe, the bare minimum Varel. Booyah. So, so Don, if you were being recruited by a football team, where would you go in terms of college football? Like you had all the schools to pick from. Where would you go?
I don't fucking know. What kind of question is that?
Why'd you ask him that?
Looks like a football guy. What's up, Janice? How you doing? She said, "Oh, guess what? Nobody's interactive today. I thought more people would be interactive. You got Emily watching today?
I don't know if she's out there.
She's watching something. It's either the show or something else.
What?
She's either watching the show or she's watching something else. Maybe she's watching Big Bang Theory.
She's downloading
Sure.
Jerkmate right now.
Jerkmate. She's like, I gotta see what this fucking Jerkmate's about.
No, it's gonna be. She's got work tomorrow, so it's probably in bed already.
Blake probably got. You could have. That happened. There was one stream a while back. Janice White Chipmunk. She writes, Blake TV. The video has been removed for violating YouTube policy. What happens with some of that? Sometimes they do a reaction video, and like the video that they pull up has a copyright, so then they have to dispute it, and sometimes they get put back. It just all depends. Yeah, but that happened to me with. Remember that happened to us with when we were playing the movie trailers and they blacked us out.
Yeah, because you were sitting here playing movie trailers.
What I don't get about that though is like, isn't the movie trailer like what you want people to watch when they're looking at a movie? Like when you go check out a movie, right? You watch some trailer, right?
Right.
Why would they fucking block people from showing that? Like, wouldn't you want more people to see that? It makes no sense. I mean, I can see what the songs like if I was playing, Dirty Diana or something like that. We get a copyright.
Dude, they did you went through like a span of like 3 weeks where our shows just kept disappearing.
Well, there was the one show where I just got on there and I started talking shit about everything, so we didn't air that.
No, it wasn't everything.
Well, that was
we went Hitler again. Bro.
That was the band show. Remember, I got banned from Facebook for 3 days for nothing, and they actually overturned that, which really fucking pissed me off. Later on, Facebook overturned that thing. Fucking shit. Blake got reported for no reason. It says shit. Hold on, Bobby's calling again. All right, stand by. What up, Bob?
Hey, if I send you pictures, can you show them on your podcast?
Yeah, send them to Facebook. I'll bring Bob on there. All right. Bob's gonna send some old school pictures. I'm gonna see what they are first to make sure they're not too.
Tell your friend from high school.
Too bad. No, Bob. That's Bobby Burrow. He grew up with me. I don't think he even went to high school actually. 6th grade. See, when I met Bob, he was already older. And like he would have been graduated from high school regardless because I was like 16, he was like 18, I think.
Okay.
But after high school, or after later on, me and him just started kicking it because we're both real big potheads. And like Danny he has a brother Danny who's younger, he's about my age, but we didn't. I don't know what happened to Danny. I think Danny's still out there. All right, let's see what video Bob sends here. Hold on. He hasn't sent nothing yet. So Bob is gonna send us some videos. And yeah, Blake got taken
videos.
Or not videos, some pictures. But yeah, it says Blake got taken. Blake, were you showing were you showing something? Like a copyright issue or something? Or what happened with it? It says it got taken down for no reason. I mean, what reason did they give you? I gotta check it out here. Hold on, let me go on his channel. Once Bob sends Bob, don't text them to me, send them on Messenger. All right, hold on real quick. I want to see a reason it says for Blake's being down. We got 10 concurrents. That's awesome, man. Barbecue talk show. No. Let's see, Blake TV. If you haven't out there subscribed to Blake TV, check him out, man. He's a fun fucking dude. B&A Show 29. No, I guess it's not even on his channel now. Huh. Wow. Well, I'll be damned, bro. He's right. Huh. Oh, well. Well, if you're out there and you have a band stream, just come join my stream and we'll holler at you. There's the link if you want to join up, man. Anybody can sign up and we'll talk with you. I'm waiting on Bob to send me these pictures. He said he had some embarrassing pictures. We'll see what he has. And I think, well, there's one picture of me dressed like a chick, but they already saw it last week, so that's not really that embarrassing anymore. And the one picture, I got pictures that are like that too. Anybody trying to join here? Let's see. No. Oh, here we go. Blake's on. Welcome everybody to La Champion Blake TV, buddy. Tell us what happened, man.
Well, before I do, buddy, which ain't no big deal. I had a good time. Cheers, guys. How y'all doing tonight, man? This is one of my favorite podcasts in the entire world, man. Shit, I love STDs. P. I forgot the P. Sorry, forgot the P. So, yeah, man, we just sitting around having a good time, laughing at a British comedy, and somebody reported it. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were streaming something, then somebody just reported. Okay, I feel it.
Yeah, hey, man, it's all good, dude. They're just jealous of my nappy ass hair.
Like if you're out there and you got problems with your hair, do not. Well, you know what? Use the Gorilla Glue. Go ahead, because it works.
Hey, if you don't like my hair, don't eat Joey edibles.
We're getting some good edibles tonight on the show, bro. I made them. You can see them in the shot.
It's too late now. I already ate.
Hey,
That's why everybody's falling asleep is because they had the edibles earlier.
yo, hey. I'm still waiting. Pass it off, bro. Pass it off, bro.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. About to get fun now. How you guys doing, man?
We're doing good, bro. We got the Breakfast Club on the screen. We talked about it. We're just bullshitting. A little high, chilling, man. Don, he's lost some weight. That's good.
Cool, brother. Cool, brother. How much have you lost, dog?
Don, how much weight did you lose total? Like 30 pounds so far?
No, more than that. I'm down to 3.
Are you under 300 yet?
No, I'm not down to 300 yet. I'm down to like 310.
So he was at 375 at his peak, and now he's 310. So that means he lost.
That's 65 pounds, man. That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's a
Hey, by the
lot.
way, do we have fucking language parameters?
No,
There's the only 3 words you can't say are the N word, the F word when referring to gay people, and the R word when referring to.
I've said 2 of the 3, and I regret
That hey, that's not
disabled.
none of those, brother, are in my vocabulary, so we're all good.
Yeah, but like fuck, shit, piss, funk, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, twat, you can say all those words.
So you are a Blink 182 fan?
Fuck
Kinda.
yes, I am.
Shit.
That actually might have been the last concert I saw when I think about it.
Really,
I
dude.
saw them summer of 2019 because they were touring with Lil Wayne, sorry.
Who the fuck buys tickets to Lil Wayne?
It was Lil Wayne and Blink 182.
Right, exactly.
And TLC was here too, not Left Eye. Left Eye died. Left Eye died. Left Eye died. Rest in peace, Left Eye.
His purple wig talking about don't go chasing waterfalls and shit.
I'll tell you what though.
Oh, no.
Creep.
T-Boz and
Hey, guys, don't sing it. You'll get reported.
right. But they look good though. They were really good looking on the show. They were dancing. They had their titties in the bikini and shit. She was sweating a little bit because she's in their 40s. It happens.
That's where titties go in the bikini, Joe.
Well, and they get titty sweat. Some people. Man's over there fucking stoned out of his mind.
He is fucking gone.
That's the thing, Blake, is that people do the edibles and they get so tired. Like I'll be at my like sometimes
I'm not even tired.
I go to my buddy Bob. Oh, I guess if Bob sent the thing.
I
You know.
smoked a fat ass blunt before I came.
Oh, so he smoked
Well,
before
why
he
the
got
fuck
here.
did you do that knowing you're coming to Joe's?
Because I always smoke before I go somewhere.
Well, if you're a weed smoker, you usually smoke before.
Wallet, phone.
Right when you get there.
Joe live far as fuck. I'm not about to do this shit, so. Fuck that.
Right? Well, Blake, he lives.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, brother. I dig.
Oh, yeah.
I dig. What, Joey? I'm sorry, man.
He
What?
lives on the other side of town. Don and Mayo. Mayo's farther than Don, though. How long did it take you here? About half hour?
Yeah, like 35 minutes.
Man, that's when Josh
It's a
came out
straight
here.
shot, though. I mean, it's cool. Man.
Josh
See,
when Josh came out here. He was like an hour away.
See, Joey, this is when me being like 17 hours away really sucks ass on me. I mean, it really,
know.
really
Where you
sucks ass.
He's down in Colorado, bro.
Okay.
We should
I
go
live in-
with him because they got Colorado. You know what's legal out in Colorado?
Well, not in my area.
You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Say the R word. We can say the
It's-
word.
As long as
It's
you don't talk about the intricacies of abortion, you're allowed to say the abortion word, the A word. Abortion's not.
See, I live in northeast southwestern Colorado. I'm the mayor of Penis. I am the head dick. I am Le Champion.
Oh, geez. Here let's see. Do you think this picture is edible?
That's
Western.
not.
Wow.
I heard that
I
too.
was passed
Is that
out.
what it said?
Hey, Pat, you should hear this picture here.
How is it that
That's pretty.
You guys,
Cool.
you
All
guys
right,
are
can we put
hilarious.
Can you put these pictures up?
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
can we
Hold
put them
on.
up here?
Oh, yeah, we put them on the big screen.
Yeah, put them on the fucking big screen so we can all look at these pictures.
Have you ever seen his pictures from like a long time ago? He looks older in those pictures than he is now. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
crazy.
looks
Look at
pretty-
his hair. He
Fucking
has-
hair, first
He
of all. I don't know who the
looks
fuck.
with his hair in those like wire rimmed glasses.
He looks
Joe
looks
looks
pretty-
like he
Can I
belongs on a watch list.
he looks pretty good as a woman.
He walks into like to catch a predator.
All right, so this-
Yeah. I don't know how you got into
All right,
parties.
so
It's like,
Chris
oh, he's dark,
Hansen's-
dude.
All right,
So it's like Chris Hansen. He's not personally based with Chris
He's a
Hansen.
fucking cop, bro.
He's a cop, bro.
All right, so if you could see this was me passed out, obviously, and they put a. Let me see if I can zoom in on this.
I don't see it.
Oh, maybe not.
We don't see shit with the movie, bro.
Oh, on there, but let me put that up in the thing, kids. Sometimes there we go. Now that was
That looks like a mug shot. Like, dude,
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
jacking in the park or something.
He looked like he's still jacking. I'm almost done.
I was passed out of my butt.
How long ago was this?
This was 2003-ish. Maybe.
You look like the sixth member of the Breakfast Club.
The sixth member of the Breakfast Club. The passed out.
Hell yeah, brother.
The drunken guy. Let's see if Bob gets any more pictures here. I don't want to show my Facebook all over the place, but let's see what he got. Oh, here we go. Oh, this one's even worse.
Six.
Yeah.
You look like a grandpa.
This was 2002 actually. So this was 20 years ago almost.
That creepy stash, he really does look like a
You
pedophile.
look like you lived your life.
You look like a zombie before eating brains.
He's like, what?
3 times.
What the hell is Bob doing here?
Okay, I don't know about this shit.
Yeah, Bob, I don't know what that picture is.
Wait, what's going on there?
Oh, here's one. I have never seen this one before. Wow, look at that
I'm
one.
surprised that wasn't her now. But
Look at that picture.
Joe, how did you ever?
Wow.
Ew.
Joey,
Oh my God.
Joey, is that you?
Looks like you are wearing
That is me.
Looks
Look
like
at
you're wearing
that.
a sweater.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
I mean,
Picture of Joe I've ever seen.
my
was him on a date with some girl, and you could just tell the girl wanted nothing to do. Like she was really creeped out by
that
Joe.
that one's wild. Let's see what other one Bob got here. That might be it. Oh, here we go. This one is 2002. This is me drinking beer.
This is badass Joey Edibles.
What did I have there? That was is that a Miller High Life? What's that beer in my hand there? I can't tell.
Are you wearing a Northwestern shirt?
Northwestern, yeah. I had my brother went out to some symposium out in Northwestern. I had him buy me a shirt from there.
Yeah,
Oh, cool, dude. Cool.
I didn't go there. I never went to Northwestern. I might be able to.
Don't worry, bro. I'm cool. Never mind the cop stash.
Yeah, so that's pretty wild, man. Bob's got some solid old pictures there. Jeez.
Hey, that's cool, brother. That is cool.
I mean, I could.
Dude, where's the picture of you where the girl's not interested? That's the
There's several
what was
pictures. That's not just one.
Is that no? That was
No, there's one dude, and if you could read this girl's mind, like get me the fuck out of this.
I think
house.
I know.
Oh, here we got another one here. Hold on, let's see. Bob's got a couple more. Let's
Hey,
see.
Joey, while you find that, brother, I got to tell you something. Man to man, face to face, cam to cam.
Yes, sir.
You're one damn good looking woman, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's
Oh,
not.
come on. Yes, he is. Yes,
Did
he
you
is.
see that last week?
I saw
Oh
that
my
last week.
God.
He looked like a generic Greek Fabio.
Oh,
Generic Creek Fabio. The purple Fabio is what they used to call me.
an ugly man.
All right, let's see. This is me and Bob's old dog, Kitty.
Possible.
That was the year 2000. So I was 20.
Even the dog don't want to be by you.
I was
Bro, look,
22.
That dog is more than fucking social distancing right there.
The dog is a Cowboys fan.
That dog actually lived to the year 2015. She lived to be like 16 years old, Kitty. That was a Northwestern one. Let's see if Bob got any more coming in. That's it. That's an old one, man. I still got that jersey actually though. The number
I was
9.
about to say, didn't it? Never mind.
That's a Courtney Brown jersey.
That's right, Courtney Brown. That's right, dude.
Fuck.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Now, where'd you find him at, dog?
Oh, you must have just got that jersey then, right? You got dropped.
Yeah, I literally just gotten that jersey when that picture was taken, and then went from there. What was that? Damn it! What was that picture called when that? Or was that just in a book? I gotta find that fucker now. Damn it!
Joe look like one of them.
Oh, breaking news! The IRS just accepted my tax return. Thank you, fellow. Salute.
Salute me for me.
Fuck yes. I cannot remember the name of that. I bet it's probably in our group chat, but goddamn, we had so many fucking porn pictures in there. I don't want
It's
to.
not a watch list for
Well, we can go back to some old school pictures here. Let's see, old school.
Dude, show that picture of the girl that is totally disgusting.
I don't know if that's on here or not though.
It has to be on here.
It might be.
I think that's where I saw it was your Facebook. This girl looks like she's fear for her life.
I think I know what picture you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're still live. We're still live. Don't get reported.
Oh, I know what that picture is.
Right. All right, here. Let's get. Bobby just got. You got a picture of me. I've seen this.
All
picture.
right, this military picture, is it before or after you crashed the bus?
This is after. This is before I crashed the bus. Actually, this was at the old 179th Apps. That was 2005, I think. That picture was.
Where are you at here? Where are you stationed here?
Yeah, this is right. I was in Mansfield and I drove up from. I'm not sharing it. Hold on. Let me pull back in. Share.
How the fuck was you military fit, but your head was fat?
Can I see the picture? I don't even know what y'all are talking about right now. Damn.
Dude,
He just wants to see the pictures.
here we go.
Like your head is morbidly obese, and the rest of you is like fit for fucking
Yeah,
combat.
that hat looked like it didn't even fit.
Yeah, that
That
hat.
head ain't fit.
That head did not
cut
fit.
off the circulation. That's why he's balding now.
It's like we
That hat did not
it's
fit
like
at
you
all.
try on your kid's hat.
Let me
Yeah, that's badass. That's cool.
get here.
That's cool. I like that shit. That's tight.
Old school pictures here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. This one. These are some old school ones right here. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Bob just got me a new one here. Hold on. This is great. What the fuck was this one?
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Dude, nothing makes
Like the
nothing makes panty fall like this.
Wow. Dude, I was in that was when I worked for United Security. When the hell did I work for
Oh
United?
my god.
And that's a Bud Ice. Where the fuck did I even get a Bud Ice? I don't even
You
remember.
work for United Security and you're drunk as shit with a Bud Ice. Nice. This
Wow.
is goat shit.
Probably why they fired me. Actually.
If you ever, if you ever make a rap album, dog, this is what you ought to do. It front cover. I like
some
this.
guys in uniform.
That's
Look at
tight.
all those.
That's
This is like
tight.
Disney Blood Ice.
Well, back then I didn't really.
Bud
back then I
Ice.
didn't really. I would change out of the uniform. Here's some. Let's see. This was in 2000. God, when was this? This is 03 right here. So that's.
How old was you there, brother?
Let's see. Right here, I was. Let's see. 03. So 18 minus whatever 44. It's about 25, I would say.
It looked like you put a patch of hair on your phone. Like, it looked like it's
I know.
You can actually see like the
You can see the line.
volume starting.
Oh, it says right here. It says. That's when I uploaded it. But that was 2005 was when I uploaded it.
Well,
There's
fuck
some-
2003. We'll go with
Hold
2005.
on, stop. Why the fuck are you dressed up like a chef?
This is Halloween.
Damn well your ass
that
can't
girl?
even cook
That's
fucking chef
Kim
Boyardee.
Sanders. She was.
What are you
She's in
talking
Rock River.
Dog, he getting ready to make flambe.
I was trying to find that's me in 2005. That was me, Brian, and Carl.
Joe looked like he just came.
That was a good one. That was in Coles.
I got
Hey, can we go back one picture? Can we go back one picture? Hey, brother, either you're really fucking tall or they're really short. One of the two.
I also had that hat on too.
It's that damn hat. That's what it is. That hat's like 6 inches.
Came in on the picture. Joe don't even look like he was in.
Right? Look how wide I am, like right in here.
Looking like the weight Andre the Giant. Shit.
That was me.
Oh, that's tight.
That was New Year's Eve the same day or the same year.
That might be your only decent looking picture.
This is cool. I was in the suit
That
right
was
here.
not, but
It's me and Carl.
And he always got these pictures of these girls that are not even looking at the camera. Like, oh my god, why is this creep taking a picture of me?
That camcorder in that picture, I had that and I got drunk and I lost that down at Kent. Somebody stole it from me when I passed out. Here's another one. Yeah, I look, I don't know if I should be really showing those.
There are some pictures on there you might not want to.
The thing is, I don't think some of those guys go out anymore. I don't think Zach and Miranda are even together. Actually, I know they're not together. They're divorced.
But there's some things that you might not want to accidentally put on YouTube.
Personally, bro, I think you ought to go out with either the cop outfit and the Bud Ice or the damn chef outfit. First rap album, call it Joey Edibles. Do. Give me some, bro. Give me some, bro. Hell yeah. See?
So, upcoming guest. Let me give you an update on those. Actually, I got a message. What's his name today? There's a guy named Hector Barros. He was the Hector the Booty Inspector for Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He said he would do the show. What? Everybody likes Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Gonna make you sweat till you bleed.
Don't sing it.
Bro, like really?
His name's Hector Barros. In the thing, he went by Hector the Booty Inspector.
You're going to get reported.
Hector the Booty Inspector.
When is he gonna be on?
I have to message him back. Potentially next week.
Is it gonna be an interview on?
It'll probably be a recorded thing. I think.
It's gonna be pre-recorded.
Yeah, my what's that called when the
Because I did not want to
Anniversary.
show up on the night Hector the Booty Inspector.
my
Nothing to fucking add to that.
my anniversary is next week, I think. Whenever the 21st is, so that's why I know.
His anniversary.
So we're not having a show?
Next week.
It depends. I gotta see. I gotta gauge. We're thinking.
9 days, brother. 8 days at midnight. 8 days away. I got your back, Doc. Good.
I feel it.
How the fuck are you still married?
Well, I mean,
So we all want to know that.
What? No, bro.
bro, you got the. It's called the pleaser. The pleaser is why I'm still married. And when you got a jawline like this, I mean, where are you gonna? It's a top 5% jawline.
Dude, did she meet you when you look like that?
No, she went there. So I can go back to the first picture.
Yeah, because I really want to see what she said. Okay, I'm gonna marry this guy.
I'm gonna go
This
back.
is love at first sight, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the 65-pound loss, too, dude. That's awesome, bro.
Dude,
That's awesome.
Here's some cool pictures. I gotta review these, make sure there's no nudity on here before I go.
That's what I'm telling you. You need to make sure that some of these don't pop up.
Because some of these had titties. Oh yeah, those ones got titties. So I
See,
can't
do
show
not show those, Joe.
Can't show that.
That's how we
Hey.
get off YouTube, mister. I'm going to be a professional, get here on time. Here's a tit, now we're off YouTube.
Hey, the only one looking at y'all is me, and I don't see no titties, so I'm disappointed. Shit.
I'll show you after in the after party, Blake. I'll show you some of these pictures. All right. Let's see here. Leaving. What was you? Oh, we were talking about what I look like.
Go through his pictures.
What I look like when Kim first saw me. Here's what I look like when bedtime for me, guys. Take it easy, Janice. Janice, White Chipmunks, check out our channel. It's a phenomenal channel.
Why does this look like the loneliest fucking Tinder profile?
Later, White Chipmunks. Have a good night, dear. Nice to meet you.
Chrome tip.
Them little chipmunks doing that shit was awesome. That shit was tight.
All right, this is what I look like when Kim first met me. So this was 2007. So I would have met her. This is 2018 or 2008 actually is when I uploaded this picture with it.
Your hairline
You
already
got-
tapped out.
The date on this is August 4, 2007. So I started going on her. I first met her in August.
Like this,
So this is literally how I looked when I first met her. Now, if you look at the evolution of my pictures going back here, I'll show you some stuff. I got laser surgery on July 4th, 2007. And this is what I first looked like when I had the laser surgery because I would just always walk around with sunglasses because I was like, oh wow, I got sunglasses now. This is cool. You know, so I didn't
Did
really.
you never own a pair before?
I always had glasses. I never wore sunglasses. So I thought I was like hot shit. So this is what Kim fell in love with.
You didn't do the Dwayne Wade ones where you fucking
I only wore these for like fucking 2 weeks and then I just
You're
dumped
the only one
them.
who got that reference.
I drove clear up to Winslow, Arizona just to go to this thing.
Yeah.
Stand on the corner.
I don't know.
And literally, if you've never been to Winslow, this is all that's up there, man. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, Tubins, Arizona. Oh, this is the bus picture. Here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Check this out, Blake. Can you see that?
Let me get them
Yeah, bro.
Back in 2007, I gotta tell you the story. This will be the last story, then we'll call it a day. So I was stationed in Phoenix, Arizona, for this thing called Operation Jumpstart, right?
Right?
And I was, I was driving from Terminal 2 to Terminal 4, and I had this group of guys. They just came in from Wisconsin, right? They all get up on the bus, and there's this real sharp turn. And if you're real,
And you fuck up, right?
oh yeah. So I take the turn. It's not even 50 feet from when they get on the bus. This is 50 feet down the road, not even 50 feet. I scrape this right here in this, right, you can see right here. I hear it. We're like, fuck, what happened? We get out. The boat obviously hit this. So we didn't wait for the cops or anything to get out. Somebody just pounded it out.
No.
Check this out. So we drove the bus to the other part, and we had somebody take this bus back to the thing, got another bus, totally swapped it out. I told the Army that, obviously I got the accident. So and I sent them this picture. They were like, take pictures of the accident. And I sent this picture to the Army in the official picture package. They were saying, that's the kind of balls I had back then because I was an idiot. But I had to, I did not get off scot-free though. I had to watch an Army safety video.
Hey, well, tough shit. You didn't have to pay for the fucking damage. I mean, shit, you did something right. Hell.
It was this right here cost $6,000.
The Army was probably like, look, we let the idiot drive the bus. It's kind of our fault.
We need to re-educate this boy.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Oh, the other guest I got to get back to is former West Virginia quarterback Jarrett Brown. He's on my Facebook list.
Who's gonna do the show?
Yeah, he said to do it. I just gotta get him. He has to. You gotta give him. I gotta get him to. I haven't messaged him back on that one yet. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us.
Hey, when are we gonna do tattoos?
I would like to
Next
thank
week?
Mr. La Champion for joining us here
We
at the
have
post
nothing
party.
planned next week, Joe.
What's that?
We have nothing planned next week.
Then the week after probably be
Let's
better.
fucking commit to something.
Well,
We always do this, and then we
Ideally next week I'm trying to get an interview so I can take the wife out for the anniversary and do all that kind of stuff. But I mean, as of now, we don't have nothing committed.
The
So
week
we'll
following
Give me-
that, we'll do tattoo.
All
Give
right.
me a part in your friend's next movie, and I'll do a tattoo.
You've already agreed to do a tattoo.
just so
You
ridiculous.
can't back off of it now.
Well, I want to be.
You already backed off of cheese wheel
Okay.
because you were gonna lose.
I'll do the cheese wheel.
All right, next 2 weeks from now, we're doing tattoos and cheese wheel.
Outstanding. But I'd like to thank Mr. Mayo for coming out. Check him out on Anthony Mayo Comedy. Whatever the fucking Instagram. He had a great show
Nobody
yesterday.
has .com anymore, Joe.
Thanks, Pam, for coming out too. Thanks for Big Don for showing up a little bit late.
I got here, motherfucker.
If you want to join the after
I like
party,
your hairline.
I'll probably be out here for a little bit. If you want to hang out afterwards, that's fine too. But we're gonna cut the feed and this bullshit for a little bit and like and subscribe as always. Pat, take us home, buddy.
Whether you're a brain or a basket case or a prom queen or a criminal or what was the other one?
John.
Jock.
A reporter.
We're a nerd.
No matter who you are, please tune in every Friday night from 9:30 to 11, where we invite you to get infected.
All right, everybody, take it easy. Holler. Don't you
That was not nerdy.
forget